Hi everyone. So the announcement from yesterday means that the Bowerham family will be back together on the 8th of March and we are delighted. We cannot wait. So there's a lot of prep to go before then. So we've sent out a letter, and on that letter it clearly explains that all children are expected to return on the 8th of March, unless of course they have a letter with regards to shielding from the NHS. We have all of our nursery children will be returning also, and you will just revert back to your normal booked session times. January starters that haven't started or settled in with us, an email's coming out to you today from Miss Island that gives you your settling in times, and you will be starting on the sessions that you've booked after Easter. It's imperative at the minute that all of us get our children back into school settled and used to being within the routines before we introduce our newest members, because we need to settle everything down and make it right for everybody. So everybody's back on the 8th. We need to bring back communication diaries. We need to bring back any reading books you may have, and also any equipment that you may have borrowed from school, including any iPads, tablets, routers, etc. That way we can see where we're at, and we will be reissuing those, because there is no doubt that we're going to end up still closing bubbles. Although we're returning to back how it has been from September, with the chances of positive cases and bubble closures. School returns as family bubbles, and as I said in the letter, you will have everything out there that explains the start times and the end times for the children and where to drop them off. And also there is a frequently asked questions document on there for you to be able to obviously have a check, and any questions you have should be on that part of the document. Not a lot has changed from our since the children were with us in autumn. So it's just keeping and maintaining the same social distancing on the playground with parents, trying to avoid the congestion on the pavement and at entrances. We are asking that if you can, you wear your masks as often as you can, especially in those areas that are pinch points. Apart from that, I think that's it. And I know all of you, particularly that are trying to homeschool 3 or 4 children from different year groups and try to do your work at home, are just probably counting down the days. That said, please, will you keep them remote learning going for the next 2 weeks? Please don't take your foot off the gas and go, well, it's okay, they're back at school, because these 2 weeks of learning are vital for us to continue to build on their learning for when they return. Otherwise, we're going to make that gap, and trying to fill in what they haven't done this week and next week is going to be very, very difficult. So again, it's an urge. I know the easiest thing in the world may be just to say, yay, and we won't have the battles and we'll try and let it go a little bit. What I'm asking actually is the opposite. Get your children back into that routine, getting them up, getting them dressed, teeth cleaned, because it's going to be a shock when they have to return back to school, a little bit like it is after the summer holidays and they have to start in a new year group and getting back out the house, and the same for you. So our advice from all of the teachers is they're back in the routine, making sure they're on the show day with the teachers for registration in the morning and the afternoon, that they're there for the drop-ins, that they're going over anything that they misunderstood, so that when they return back to school, they actually can spend that time with their friends and enjoying being back at the Bowerham family. So we seem to have light at the end of the tunnel, and I have to say, I am saying that cautiously. A bit like I said in my last broadcast, we've planned all the way through till Easter as if we were remote, and we will be continuing with that blended approach all the way through this year. We have done all of our assessment data this last week, and I'm just looking at that with all the staff about how we can narrow the gaps and where the issues are. What is clear at the moment is it's the writing, it's the stamina for the children, because they have not been sitting and having to write for any length of time. So there's going to be lots and lots of opportunities for those children to be writing when they return. So again, what I would suggest while you're at home with the children, any activities that they are doing, get them back with that fine motor, making them do a little bit more than perhaps they have been doing, because that is what they're going to be doing when they come back to school, and we want them excited to return. Many children have had an absolute amazing experience with you, and as I said, you should be super proud and congratulate yourselves on everything that you have achieved, not the negatives and the things that were difficult. Please focus, all of you, on what was really good. Get your children to sit down and put all the really exciting things that they have done while they have been at home, because this, as I said, is a moment in history and one that they will refer to back in many years to come. But for now, we've got 2 weeks. The children will be returning, and they've got 3 weeks back in school before we break up for the Easter holidays. So we're nearly there. The family are back. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you at the school gate in 2 weeks' time.